regarding the suggestions that was made to government before the actual shutdown while you all were in consultation. What was suggested to help alleviate the situation with the stealing and so on? What had been suggested and not implemented?
No, I'll answer that as well. I personally went to the cabinet subcommittee meeting. We had proposed quite a few things because you know what they did? They put the association out in front and asked us to regulate the industry for ourselves. Because why? They had no understanding of the industry. And they wanted to learn from us in a short period of time. And they weren't able to learn, so they decided to have a panacea. Is this a solution to banning scrap iron? It doesn't make sense. Right? The suggestions were that we are able to identify everybody collecting scrap. We decided to have van collectors identification, where you'll see a van with a sticker on it. We did that so the citizens will know a scrap collector from a thief. We propose that we continue to ask for that 3-month ban on copper for 2 reasons. Stop the ability for people to steal copper to sell it. And if they thought that they could have done that, we had another thing put in place. Ask for direct inspection of every copper container after the ban to make sure that no stolen copper was even entering the containers to be exported. So we had things clearly put in place. So it is not that the Scrap Dealers Association sit idly and weren't suggesting what was supposed to be done. The scrap dealers are in the business, and some of us were in the business for at least 20 years. We know the industry inside out. We understand what causes people to thief. Sometimes when the prices go up because it's a fluctuating market, people thief. Because they see opportunity, and they are not actually scrap dealers. They are people of opportunity. So we did put things in place for people who have the opportunity to thief, to stop thieving. We asked for vigilance in scrapyards from the police service because the police service, by the law, is supposed to visit scrapyards and check their books just as they do with bars. They have not been doing their job at any point in time because I have not heard a scrap dealer saying they're getting visits. So we have been checking all the time, and we have recommended what needs to be done. So we did put a lot of recommendations in place.
And Kenny, I just want them to know, one of the biggest things that we recommended is that containers going to all port shall be scanned. So what they're going to do now is what we recommended. So if they're trying to make me look bad, foolish and that, because it's on record that we recommend that you all scan any containers with scrap coming into the ports and them.
Right. Apart from that, in the meeting, the committee identified that it was not just copper being stolen, it had other items. So we had created a list, what we call special items of interest. And this list was to check that any manhole covers coming into scrapyards be properly documented, because there will be manhole covers that are legally obtained from deconstruction of sites and stuff like that. So there will be gates, there will be private hydrants and stuff like that. But all these special items of interest which we identified and created a list for, pumps and valves that we suspect will be stolen from Heritage Petroleum and other places, Wassa and such. We made these specific items of interest. So we had recommended that we had a list of specific items of interest, that if it was seen in any scrapyard, scrapyards need to have proper documentation of where these things came from. So we had put everything in place to stop the theft in this country, but without any help from the government so far, since our one meeting with them, nothing has been done. And this one meeting, another thing has to be said. In the past and previous government, this industry has been operating. It's a fairly new industry to Trinidad. And it has been operating without any checks and balances. No committee from no government was put in place to understand this industry. So we have people in government who do not understand the industry and want to regulate it. When we have people with the experience, like myself, who are not even involved in the industry anymore, could give a lending hand to the government to show them what is the best steps forward. And this they need to realize. There are people with the relevant knowledge and experience. Because we don't have, because this crap and everybody figure it's people from the end of the road or the bottom of society dealing with this. There are educated and serious business people involved in this as well. And people who keep educating themselves in this. There are people who are engineers in this business. There are people who are accountants in this business. Right? This, if the government figure they close down the industry to figure they want to regularize because they figure it's $260 million passing through and they get no tax from it. Okay, fine. Consult with an expert in the industry who understands accounting of the industry. Because I'll tell you, they can't bring in nobody that don't know about it. You know? So they need to have people who are involved. All right. Thank you.